All right. Is this thing on?
Oh, it's on.
Then we are back. This is What's Cooking with Fanny Boo. I'm the boy Chef C with 2 E's in the place to be. Don't forget the apostrophe. And to my left, we got
Chef Fanny
in the house. And this is episode 35. You forgot?
No, I was like, is it 5 or 6?
35. Don't it say it on your card? All right, stay with me now. Stay with me now. Well, all right. Today we definitely got a doozy for you guys, right? We filming we got the live show, and then we got the joint that we're gonna post later.
Yeah.
But we also want to try to do it a little different, right? Just make sure it's as interactive as possible, right? We got some folks tuned in, right? Make sure you like the video, drop in the comments where you're watching from. And then also, for the folks that's going to see it later, right, we're going to have the content for you guys broken down and delivered to you guys in an efficient manner, right? So if you are tuned in right on the live, make sure you guys rep your city. Tav, what's up?
Yeah.
We just going to go through a quick episode, right? Drop some quick fun facts about what we do, what we can deliver, and what to look forward to. So, intro, right? So first of all, how you doing tonight? Looking good, though.
Oh, thank you. I'm good. I'm great. I'm feeling great.
Cheers to that, though. Cheers to feeling great.
Absolutely.
Cheers to feeling great. So you say you're feeling great, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Always. I mean, there's just, it's a fun time, right? We've got so many things on the horizon. We've got holidays are starting to roll in for the new year. We've got all the sports activities kick up this time of year. So, I mean, for me, I love it. I love this time.
That's right. So a major time, right? Just, as you kind of kick off the year, right? A lot of things to look forward to. And a lot of things the things that bring people together, right? It's more about the unification of the folks, right? Bringing the people together. When you bring people together, there's usually some food involved, right? Hopefully. So at the end of the day, we just always, like to let the people know what's going on. You want to give them a preview of what to kind of look for?
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna talk about Valentine's Day, right? We're gonna talk about Super Bowl, All-Star Weekend. We've got all those things coming up. There's of course our recalls, right, and stuff like that. But just as far as the year goes, as discussed last episode, right, we definitely have some new seasoning flavors on the way, new cookbooks on the way. So there's there's a lot going on. There's a lot to come. So there's a quick what to expect right now and what to expect in the weeks and months to come.
That's right. So in terms of Valentine's Day, right, what are you kind of looking forward to most?
I mean, I feel like the energy kind of just changes, right? Just everywhere. It's kind of love is in the air.
Right.
Even though there's a lot of commercialism and consumerism, right? But I'm looking forward to that. And of course cooking, right? I cook some of my most gourmet meals for Valentine's Day. And that's always fun for me. It's just fun.
Nice. What about the Super Bowl? What talk to us about the Super Bowl? What do you look forward to most in that, right? Shout out to the Chiefs and the Eagles, right? Drop in the comments who you're rooting for via Super Bowl, right? We definitely looking forward to that coming up here. That's the first event, right? On the 9th. So drop in the comments who you rooting for, Eagles or Chiefs.
Yeah, let us know. I mean, Super Bowl is exciting, right? Eagles Chiefs Part 2, right? Right. The do-over, right? The rematch, right? So that's going to be exciting. That's going to be fun. But I'm rooting for the Chiefs. I mean, it could go one of two ways: either shut them down right after a strong season, or make history, right? Make history, because a three-peat would be cool.
Yeah,
three-peat would be cool. Like Chiefs is in my first squad, right? But they are my second squad. So, so the fact that they've been on fire these past few years has been exciting. I think there's a lot of fun foods for Super Bowl that are starting to trend right now. So that's always exciting, to new things, different flavors on the egg rolls, different flavors on the wings. It's always fun. Creativity aspect, right?
100%. And then obviously, for the NBA, right, we got All-Star Weekend coming up.
Absolutely.
I believe they got a different format this year, right? I'm gonna have to look further into it to see what's going on, right? But I know you got Steph. I know they were bouncing some ideas back and forth earlier in the year. So looking forward to see what they finalized or what they came up with, right? And then to see who's all selected. So Cool. We don't want to spend too much time there, right? We're gonna jump right into our famous, my favorite part of the show, which is called the burning question, right?
Yes.
But just to let you know, there ain't nothing burning in this kitchen, right?
But the burning question.
But the burning question, right? So off bat, right? Off the bat, right? Should hosts charge guests for food and drinks at the watch party?
In this economy? Hell yeah! I mean, you want to say no, right? It's a party, you invite people come, but it's like, hey, things are switched up. Whatever. If you wanna come good food, like you could either stay at home or go somewhere. And if you're coming to my house, you're going somewhere. So if you're gonna get some good food, if you're gonna have a nice big ass screen to watch the show on, right? To watch the game on, good sound system for the halftime show. It's unlimited drinks, it's unlimited eats. Like, I don't see anything wrong in a little, it doesn't even have to be a lot, but just like a quick, if you got 10 people coming, $20 a head, $40 a head, whatever, that'll at least help. I mean, that's no different than having people bring something,
right?
Like a little potluck by the time, and you don't have to cook. You don't have to cook. You don't have to pay the electricity. You don't got to buy the drink. It's easy. That's easy.
But I mean, how much you got to pay though? What's the price though? Because if you say if you charging me to come pull up at your shit, right? Yeah. I'm straight. I'm at the crib.
But if you want to go somewhere, if you were gonna go to a bar, order some apps, get some drinks, right? Mm-hmm. That's somewhere outside of the house.
But are they charging entry?
No, but they're charging you for the food and the drink. So you'll spend more at the spot than you will paying a quick, hey, I'm gonna shoot you 20, just good looking out.
Yeah, but shit, at the bar, I can control this. This is a different environment, right? I go to your house, you might have the heater on too hot. You might got a cat running around, you know what I'm saying? You might got all kind of situations going on, right? You might got kids screaming and yelling. I might just want to vibe, watch the game. So how can we control that, right? So
Yeah. I mean, let us know. Let us know. Drop in the comments. Drop in the chat, right? What do you feel? What do you think? Right. I think either direction answering that right is valid for its own reasons. So.
No, that's it. I agree. Right. Agreed. Do you got your phone on you?
I do.
But we need a poll in the chat though.
Right.
I can't put a poll on there, but. That's it with the burning question, right? Drop what you think. If you're going to your friend's holiday Super Bowl party, you pulling up, they get down, they're going to have a bunch of food. Are you chipping in? Or if they charge you, are you going to be upset?
Yeah.
Also, please, while we're at it, right, don't forget to like the video, right? Please like the channel, the page. Please sub, right? This is just a live episode. We do live cooking videos. Tutorials, right? We vibe, we answer questions, we do a bunch of little stuff, you know what I mean? So thank you guys for tuning in, right? And then we're gonna jump right into our questionnaire part.
I can't do the
from there.
Yeah. We're just gonna have to do a real live poll though. Y'all gotta be active in the chat though. Y'all just gotta be active in the chat.
That's disappointing.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, we can end it. We can end the live and start a fresh one.
Let me see. Oh, it ain't gonna join it.
What happened?
You should have been live for this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
All right.
All right, no worries, right? We got our poll coming up, right? We're doing our famous game of Would You Rather, right? That's the whole point of going live on here to do the Would You Rather, so we can get the poll up, right? So, but anywho, we're going to just jump right into it. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke or Pepsi? All right. I mean, in light of recent news, which we'll get into soon, I'm gonna have to go Pepsi though.
I respect
I'm
that.
gonna just have to go Pepsi. They got better control, better quality control, better safety.
Yeah.
Just per the comparison of who got the most recalls, I'm gonna have to go with Pepsi though.
Right. What? That's an easy one. That's a no-brainer though. Pepsi, easy though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Pepsi 2 for 2 on it though.
Easily. Drop in the comments if you Coke or Pepsi though.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along. You got one?
Yeah. No, I got one. Super Bowl or All-Star Weekend?
I mean, that's loaded, right? Because even though you say Super Bowl, right, and you put the All-Star Weekend, right, it kind of gives it more of a weighted balance, right, or weekend versus one actual day, right?
Right.
But little do you know, the Super Bowl is like a weekend too. It's actually like a full week's worth of events, right? Same with All-Star Weekend, but I mean, either way, right? We just saw Super Bowl in LA, right? We had the Super Bowl in LA a couple years ago. Rams took it. We also had All-Star Weekend in LA plenty of times, and you know what that is, though. So I'm gonna go Super Bowl, man. I play football longer, right? So I'm gonna stick with that, though. What about you?
I'd say All-Star Weekend.
Okay.
I feel I think like Super Bowl is just kind of it has one actual main event. There's only one actual game, right? Like once you get past the playoffs and everything, it's just the one game. So. And then I think a lot of the activities are more like privilege invite only, as opposed to like All-Star Weekend has a lot of like fan inclusive things if you're local.
You gotta pack. This is just the same. It's the same setup.
But it's a whole weekend full of stuff, and then it's
the same as the Super Bowl.
And it's not just a regular game, right?
Like for instance, the Super Bowl, and it's not a regular game. It's not competitive or nothing, right? The All-Star Weekend is for the freaks and the bops, though. If we keep it in Bow Wow. All-Star Weekend, you pulling up the All-Star Weekend and try to get a bag. So that's why I'm surprised you said that as a married woman.
Oh no, I'm saying that I'm saying that as a viewer, as a viewer from home. Like if I got to choose, like what am I looking forward to?
Oh, if you got to view, I'm definitely not. That the Super Bowl way better to view because All-Star Weekend. All-Star Weekend is right. They're gonna get on there. They're gonna do the skills challenge. They're gonna do the 3-point contest, the slam dunk contest. All of that shit's been lackluster the last 10, 15 years. The All-Star game has been trash the last 10 years, though. So everybody knows when it comes to basketball, All-Star Weekend is more of a break, right? It's more of a time to celebrate the folks who's having a good season, right? That's also a point in the season when you come back from All-Star break. That's when the season starts.
Okay.
That's when everybody's ready to go crazy, though. And that's when it's time to get for real. So, just talking like the game, right? Like it's like, oh man, it's more about family for the players, right? It's more about them linking with the other folks, right? Doing that. But football, the Super Bowl is serious. Right? It's all the marbles, right? It's more competitive. Yeah. It's more about what you can do. Everybody's jockeying to see what they need to do, though. So I'm going with the Super Bowl. And I'm not sure how much the advertising is for it, right?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how much the advertising the minute ad is this year, right? I know there's however many millions of dollars, right? I'm starting to see some of the commercials already. The Doritos roll one out, right? Frito-Lay is rolling them out, so is Pepsi. So that's one of the bigger participants. Bud Light, right? So keep your eyes out for them, right?
Yeah.
What else?
Well, I guess. Okay, so I got one, but it's kind of. It could go either as a receiver or a giver, right?
Just skip it then. If it doesn't flow with this.
All right. We skip it.
I
got you.
All right. So that wraps up Would You Rather?
Yeah.
Right. We're jumping into what's greasy in the streets with Chef Fanny, though. So we're gonna go through what's greasy in the streets, right? It's a lot going on. Chef Fanny's gonna break it down, and then I'll jump in from here, though. So take us away.
All right. So I'm gonna start off with as you brought up as a married woman, right? Recently there was a university study that showed that couples who share unhealthy habits like smoking, drinking, binge, snack eating, lounging around, right? They actually achieve more closeness than couples who partake in healthy activities together, working out, dieting, stuff like that. Which I thought I can see how it is, but that's interesting though, right?
I mean, it's just like, man, it's just so crazy, right? We just worked out earlier, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's almost like people thrive in toxicity almost, though, right? Like it's almost like that Bonnie and Clyde type thing. Like you got to be doing something dangerous and edgy to feel a connection, right? Yeah. Whereas, you could be doing something positive too. You could do some yoga, right? Couple yoga, right? Couple stretching, right? Some workout. You can go for a walk, right? I think that's healthier in the long term than sitting around smoking and drinking together. As soon as the drink run out, somebody got a problem, right? Somebody arguing, right? Soon as smoke, somebody roll the blunt. Something holding the blunt too long, somebody got a problem. So I would say, make sure y'all keeping it clean, right? Keep it healthy, keep your mind clear, keep your thoughts clear, right? And that way you keep your emotions under control, right?
Yeah.
That's my take on that, though.
Yeah. I mean, no, I agree. I would think that the healthier things, more long term. But I guess they were saying that all of the unhealthy habits are like facilitated and like releasing tension and easing tension, and you could kind of relax. And when you're doing these things together, then it's like it's not devious, but it's fun. And so but like you said, right, you brought up a really good point, long term. So what was available for me to see as far as what the study had, it didn't say what time.
Right.
If it was a long term,
that's probably in the younger age, right? You probably have to check the target market, because it brings you back to this song, right? Where they say I only fuck with you on 2 occasions, right? If I'm drunk or I'm high, right? So that you don't want to be that, right? Because once you have to sober up, whatever, you got to get off, you got to quit, right? Like my man's the other day. Right, then it's you see somebody different. Some people aren't as enjoyable to be around or whatever, right? So you just want to make sure that you can show up as your full and whole self 100% in the relationship, right? And if you're always one thing or the other, it's gonna be difficult. But I encourage people to, as long as y'all doing it together, cool, right? But within moderation.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so that takes us into, I'm actually going to jump into some lawsuits and recalls that we have, right?
Yeah.
So just real quick recall. We only had one that wasn't an undeclared something, and that was Zara Herbals. They have this Shatavari powder with lead contamination. And so what it is it's just like a supplement. It's kind of similar to CMOS. It's used for multiple purposes. For digestive health, for immunity, all of that stuff. It's kind of just like an all-around, usually mixed in milk, used in like more Middle Eastern cultures, but it has lead contamination, so avoid that.
Fanny boo,
that,
right? Gotta watch out for the stuff with the lead in it, right? That's not cool. Only thing that should have lead in it is a pencil, right? So
So, and then another recall is Coca-Cola, right? For my decision on the Would You Rather, right? Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite, Minute Maid, just the European side, right? Has a recall because they have a hormone-altering chemical, chloride, in it, and so that's going to affect thyroid function. So any of our followers and viewers who are either in European countries or who get their products by way of Europe, just stay away from Coca-Cola brand and all of its, subsidiaries. And then Coca-Cola also, with Simply Orange Juice, is being sued. There was a lawsuit filed because they have the PFAs. So the same PFAs that we talked about in the straws last episode, right? Are in the Coca-Cola and in the Simply Orange Juice. They said that it had hundreds of times over the legal limit, the allowable limit, and the PFAs are called forever chemicals because once your body consumes them, it's really hard to get rid of them. Like you can detox, you can try, but once they're in, they're in. And so it showed like almost 100% of Americans have PFAs in their system just from consumption of different things, exposure of different things. What it could lead to is liver damage, cancer, suppressed immune system, compromised thyroid, and more. But just to name a few, there's that. So I hate to say anything, whatever, but hey, stay away from Coca-Cola for right now.
Right.
And that's simply though.
Right. Hey, I was about to say, I seen an inappropriate comment. I was about to give a quick break though and give somebody a quick warning, right? Before we got to go ahead and move you up out of here, but it looked like somebody took care of it already. So they were good. But jumping right back in, right? Man, it's just a bad week for Coke. Ultimately, right? That's why I don't rock with them though. Can't trust them. But at the end of the day, I was never really a Coke fan. I don't really drink too much soda in the first place. So starting off, I'm definitely not rocking with no Coke, right?
Yeah.
So I can't take that risk. So.
Right. Yeah, just stay far away, right?
Yeah, no more Coke though. The Coke, they got the PFAs, right? They got they're messing up they got forever. They got lead in them. They got all kind of hormone altering chemicals, right?
Yep.
Be careful on the Coke, right? It's not only Coke, but it's the Simply too as well, though. No?
Right. Specifically, the Simply Tropical was the worst one out of the Simply line. So if that's your vibe, hey, find something else.
That's right.
And then just real quick, just moving on to some other stuff, right? So we're done with recalls. We're done with the lawsuit, or no, we're actually not done with the lawsuit. We have another lawsuit that popped up, and it's interesting to me, right? Because it's a pretty controversial lawsuit.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily food related, but it is health related, I would say. And so there is a 500-pound or like 494-pound female rapper out of Detroit, Michigan, and she was denied a Lyft ride.
You got the phone? We got to get her name. We need her name though. The lady was over 400 pounds trying to get the Lyft ride. Lyft driver pulled up, right, and was like, nah, you can't get in here, right? He kind of started stuttering and stumbling. She like, oh, why not? I could fit. And then he like, nah. Then he kind of started stumbling and stuttering over why she couldn't get in.
Yeah.
His tires, right? The seats, whatever. It's not supported, right? So they ended up taking her down. I mean, he ended up denying her the ride.
Yeah, he canceled a ride. He canceled. Dank DeMoss. Dank DeMoss is her name.
Dank DeMoss. Okay.
Dank DeMoss. And yeah, so he denied her the ride. He told her, he's like, I had to cancel it. She's like, what you mean I can't fit? My friend got a car smaller than this. I could fit in it, whatever. He's like, no, I can't take that risk. You're gonna mess up my tires. So he canceled the ride. She said she complained. She tweeted that she was complaining, right, about it. Like, I can't believe this happened. Here's a video. Wow. Lyft tweeted back and was like, we're so sorry. It's unacceptable. Right. Or the behavior of the driver is unacceptable. And then she officially filed the lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
For fat shaming.
Yeah, for body shaming, whatever, right? Discrimination. For discrimination.
Right.
So it's funny to me because I was looking at like, damn, man, Buddy should have just kept riding, though, right? He should have just never pulled up on her. Like, damn, something happened, right? Cancel the ride. Yeah. Because he was just pretty much, he went back and forth, right? He never really said, hey, you're too big to get in, right? But at the same time, it's supposed to be, it's his vehicle.
Yeah.
Right? It's his vehicle. He feel like if she get in that vehicle, it mess up his tires. Buddy can't eat for weeks.
Yeah,
he might not eat. He might not eat.
Because Lyft's not fixing that.
Right.
So for me, I'm like, whether she sued or not, whatever the thing is, I think personally, Lyft should have stood behind their driver though. Like he made a judgment call. He had to make a judgment call. He knows his cars. Maybe his tires were on their way out anyway. Maybe you don't know.
But the tires was a bad excuse.
It was a bad excuse.
It was a bad excuse. My tires. Like, man, the tires don't have nothing to do with it, man. Hey. If the tires bad, get off the road.
He had to come with a bunch of excuses. First, he was like, "You won't fit."
Yeah.
It was my car can't handle the weight. Too small. Then it was the tires, whatever. And it's just like, but at the end of the day, right? Like, Lyft isn't paying for those car repairs if something happens, right? Like, and if you do submit, a claim through them and stuff, who knows how long that's going to take, and they're not going to compensate you, and if that's the driver's main source of income, they're not compensating him however long it takes to get it fixed, or he'll have to pay up front. And Lyft ain't paying enough to the drivers for them to pay up front to make those kind of repairs.
Yeah, no, I see somebody's asking, did you hear the motor? Yeah, no.
I did hear the motor in the video.
car was on its last leg anyway, though. That's why I was like, yo, like, she shouldn't have wanted to get into that shit. Like,
I wouldn't have wanted to.
Just like man said, get you an XL, though. Yeah. But then I thought about it, right, and I seen a lot of people comments, and they was like, man, shit, that's no different than had 200-pound people in it. And true. I'm like, that true app, but that's false though, because the distribution of the weight.
Yeah. But that's, that's no different.
Over me now.
You're right. But that's pretty similar to, if you buy an airline ticket and if your body is physically too big, if it's gonna spill into the second seat, you gotta buy a second seat.
Make you buy a second ticket.
You buy a second ticket. And it's like, I just feel like how are you gonna be outraged at something like, if you were the smaller person and you had a seat next to somebody and their body was leaking halfway over your seat, now your seat is taken and you paid for a ticket.
That boy Clip said, you know how much some struts cost? For real. For real though. Ain't nobody trying to go get new struts and rotors, trying to bend the corner with the gas gonna run, right? It's a bunch of things going in. So at the end of the day, they should have just said, go ahead and Buddy should have just rolled past her though. In my honest opinion, he should have acted like he didn't see her. He should have turned his Lyft off, and then he should have rolled down the street though. He should have, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, now Buddy facing scrutiny. Hopefully, he get picked up by Uber or whatever. But it was offensive. That's where he went wrong. The back and forth. Yeah. The back and forth, and then him making excuses about the tires. He said too much without saying, like, I'm sorry, I can't take this ride. I'm logging off for today. He should have came up. He should have said, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. He could have took the blame himself. Like, you know what? I didn't mean to take the ride, but I'm off. Bro. I see it's in a different direction, something. But you look at it, and I just think everybody's kind of wrong on some level. Everybody involved. The Dank is wrong. The driver is wrong. Lyft is wrong. Like they all could handle their parts better, right? Like you got to be self-aware enough to know, like, I'm not gonna get the economy, ride or the let me share with other passengers ride.
With the ride share.
Because we don't know, there could have been another passenger in there.
That's the ice cold part, or a second ride on deck. So Maz probably was planning on doing like a 2-for-1. Yeah. But he knew he wasn't gonna be able to do a 2-for-1. Hey, shout out to Clips, man. I didn't get you already, but shout out to Clips. He going crazy in the comments. That's the Maz though. Yeah. Shout out to Tab. Hope you still in here though. That's the regular. Shout out to Just Jazzy. Appreciate your commentary, right? You going in, right? High on Knowledge says she's a baddie though. Salute to them. Shout out to who's that? Nisa Baby. Oh, he's cute. Hey, salute, right?
He is, ain't he?
We looking good though. This is wifey, right? We together. I'm Mr. and Mrs. Rice though. We run the company together though. So salute to you guys in the comments, in the chat though. We appreciate you guys. That was crazy though, man. We'll wrap that up though. We'll talk about that more on the live after we wrap the show.
I could not bring that one up though. Like that, it was just crazy though. But on a lighter note, right? Don Julio and Popeyes had announced that they were collabing like a week ago or so, right? Yeah. And everybody was like, "Oh, what are they gonna do? It's exciting! I can't wait! Are they gonna have margaritas at the Popeyes and stuff?" So earlier today they announced, right, what they're actually doing, and so. For one day, they're going to have a special menu in New York, Miami, Kansas City, and Philly. And then for an entire week, or for an entire 10 days, they're going to have that menu in New Orleans, which is the home of Popeyes and where the Super Bowl is going to be at.
And the menu going to include, right? Yeah. That's my problem is what the menu includes, right? They talking about some reposado flavored Louisiana garlic wings, right? Then they talking about the reposado flavored concha roll. Concha, like however you say it, right? The concha, like it's like that's the Mexican sweetbread for y'all don't know. So it look crazy, right? Yeah. And then they got the spicy strawberry hibiscus flavored lemonade cocktail.
Mocktail, my bad.
And but my whole thing was like, damn, why they didn't throw the repo in the lemonade? Yeah. That was the only thing. Don Julio only should have mixed with the lemonade, but they put I don't think nobody asked for repo wings though. Yeah,
or a repo flavored mocktail, like it's a collab with a liquor company, and then the only drink that's on, and then they're calling it the championship lineup, but it's like the only drink that's on there isn't Don Julio, like. That would boo, Fanny boo. That one because man, like, they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball on that one. No.
I mean, Popeyes, they really been trying to they Sister Patty, right when they dropped that chicken sandwich on us though, right? They had America in a chokehold when they dropped that chicken sandwich, right? So they've been kind of looking for like their next big thing, right? So I guess they thought this was it with the Julio. And it's crazy, right? Because everybody now all of a sudden the culture rocking with the Julio. It's like you could tell they tapping into the culture, trying to see what they could do to get that, the Julio. Yeah. Because a year ago, if they would have made it Casamigos, they would have had us. They would have had us, right? So now they with the Julio, but they behind. It would have been nasty if they didn't came with the Hennessy. Yeah. That would have been nasty though. They would have lost all their consumers if they came with
that would have been offensive.
If anybody's still eating at Popeyes, drop in the comments if you rocking with Popeyes,
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time, you know, chicken sandwiches, that's the only thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I had a 2-piece there, right? Shit, I think it was $1 when I had it. Don't mean to age myself.
$2 Tuesday or something.
Yeah, it was like $1.99 for the 2-piece with the biscuit.
It used to be. But yeah. So I personally, I'm gonna say that's a very disappointing execution on that collab. So let us know in the comments, right? Drop in the chat what you think. Are you trying it if you're in one of those cities? If you try it, let me know, does that concha fall apart on the bite? Because those things are like it's a sweetbread, and it's like it's not even like stable enough of a texture to be made into a sandwich. It's not
a bun.
Yeah, like it's not a bun. Like I'll even give credit to like what I think is BK has the Krispy Kreme burger. Right?
Yeah.
They got the Krispy Kreme burger. It's like it's sweet, it's messy, whatever, but it's like at least it's stable enough to not fall apart in your hands. Like I'll be hot if I get a chicken sandwich and as soon as I pick it up, the bread component just crumbles. Literally
Clips, let us know, man.
Yeah. We counting on you.
Yeah, we not in location, right? Let us know. Yeah. Hey, but make sure you got some Don ready with it though, man, because it sounds like the wings spicy than a mug though, man. So be careful, right? They got the repo with the spicy garlic ring.
Yeah.
Be careful though, you feel me? Because you know how Popeyes play though, man.
Right. And then just on the note of fried chicken, we're gonna roll into our next and last subject of what's greasy, right? I'm starting to see a lot of the Valentine's Day themed foods and food packaging, and I love when companies get creative. It's always fun, right? But I saw this bouquet of fried chicken. It was Korean fried chicken, and they made a bouquet of the fried chicken, like a flower bouquet, and it's all chicken legs or wings. I can't tell which one they were, and like they're legit. It wasn't a joke. Like they're actually selling. And I'm like, that's taking it too far. Like there's some companies, right? We have like Chick-fil-A does the heart-shaped trays, right? The Dunkin' Donuts and Krispy Kremes does the heart-shaped donuts. That's cool. That makes sense. Heart-shaped cookies. A whole bunch of spots got the heart-shaped pizzas, the heart-shaped biscuits.
Right.
Cool. That's regular. That doesn't, but it's like, you gonna make a bouquet of fried chicken? A bouquet of fried chicken?
It's kind of fire though. If you really think about it.
But like, I don't know. It's like, then it's like, is the grease running down? Like the plastic that's holding it? Like, is it melting it? Like, I just don't see how that's really like quite functional or presentable, like to actually travel it from the spot to your Valentine or whatever.
Right? You're gonna drop a greasy ass bucket of chicken, right? No, I salute it to thought that counts, right?
Yeah.
It's outside the box, right?
It is.
It's just like when foods used to bring like bring an eighth of flour or whatever. They're like, how food be trying to play outside the box, like, cause don't nobody really want no regular flours, regular candies. Like people want what they vice is, one little bottle, one little Don Julio, right? One little something, right? One little action, though. So at the end of the day, right? I think ultimately, it's the thought that counts, right? Valentine's Day just is what it is. Drop in the comments what you getting your significant other for Valentine's Day. Make sure it's just heart shaped, right? I think, I don't know. I really don't do like a lot of the fast food and like a lot of these places that are promoting this, right?
Yeah.
Generally, I won't patronize. So it's not, it won't come across my radar, but at the end of the day, ultimately, you just want to spend time with the person you love, though, man.
Yeah.
Salute to everybody who does have a Valentine, right?
Right.
Drop in the comments what your plans are for Valentine's Day.
And just real quick, just with that, under that topic, for those of you who are just, staying in for the night or whatever, Walmart exclusively is selling these Tyson heart-shaped nuggets. If you want to do that at the crib, right? Aldi has a make it
Tyson, though.
Tyson got recalls too, though, but what's worth to you. And Aldi's has a heart-shaped pizza that you can make at home yourself, if you just want to do that together. And then everywhere has the heart-shaped pasta. They come with that every year. So if you want to jazz it up at the crib, cool. Those are some options. Otherwise, everybody has their stuff.
That's right.
Let us know if you've come across anything that's like creative or outside the box that you've seen, or if you bought any of these things. Like, is the quality different on the heart shape?
Right. Somebody said, I hope I don't get a bucket of chicken for Christmas. For Valentine's. I'm like, shit, I feel you though. Like that, how as funny as it is, like don't waste your money on that bucket, don't, unless you got a family that's gonna eat it.
What is it called, the Valentine's bouquet?
Yeah, oh, that's nasty. That's nasty work, though. But yeah, I mean, essentially, is that it, or did you?
That's all. While it's greasy off all that fried chicken talk, it ain't too greasy this time, though, right?
Right.
You know, we're coming at you guys with the latest, the greatest, all that. And you know, let's say we stay on top of it. There's not as much every time, right?
That's right. So you know, as we do this more frequently, right? We once a week on the show now, or you know, as much as we can, right? And then, you know, we just delivering content. We're going live, making dinner, right? Last night we had the jambalaya video. It was enough. I actually had some tonight. Shout out Clips, though. Fire, right? It was fire, though. So I had to run it back. Yeah, but the garlic naan was dummy fire, though. So the collab for the Don Julio wings is on 131 in New York.
Yeah.
And then down in Noya, it's
131 to the 9th.
To the 9th, right? And this is just a limited time. Again, it's only in those 5 cities, right? New York or states, right? These are cities.
Yeah,
right?
New York was the only one that they didn't specify a city.
Okay, so. New York, Miami, Kansas City, Philly, and Noya, right? So if you really break it down, right, KC and Philly is the 2 Super Bowl teams. New York is a huge market. Miami is a huge market, and then Noya is where the Super Bowl's at. So they was Friday. So they was some payday, right? So they was definitely pandering to the audience, right? Pandering to a certain particular audience, right? They're much going to try to get these rocking down there at the Super Bowl. I've been seeing plenty of events coming through for Noya. I'm not going this year, right? But I definitely I was looking at it, right, to see, you know what I mean? Because I got plenty of good hubbub, though. But all right, if that's not it, you know, we'll wrap the actual show portion, right? And then we'll get more into the live portion, right? Talk to the folks, see what the folks talking about. And then go from there, get the music, right? And kind of kick it with the folks for a little bit, and then, you know, go on about our night, though. If that's it, right? You know, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. This was episode 35, What's Cooking with Fanny Boo. I'm the boy Chef C with 2 E's and a place to be. And don't forget the apostrophe. To my left,
Chef Fanny.
And we are out. Peace, love, positivity. If y'all in the live, stick around. Stick around. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Chat was going up.
It was.
Yeah.